What is going on, everybody?
We are back at the So Far So Good podcast.
The headquarters of the So Far So Good podcast. My name is Christopher Coombs.
And I am Gaurav Khazanchi, and we're back with another episode for you.
I like that pineapple on your singlet, by the way.
Oh, yeah, I'm representing the shortest draw on my comic page.
Ooh.
Actually, it's on the hat I'm wearing too.
Ooh.
It's
Double
backwards,
time.
so you can't see. I'm just representing twice.
All right, well, let's go.
So far, so good.
All right, welcome everybody back to the So Far So Good headquarters. We're here recording on our normal schedule.
Yeah, the weeknight once again, which is good. It's good to be back.
Good times, great classic hits, trademark So Far So Good.
We take that back.
Kidding.
It's not a trademark. But you know what I have been listening to?
What's that?
So you know how I never read Harry Potter?
Yeah.
I started listening to the audiobooks.
Oh, very interesting.
Yeah, shout out to Bernard who told me about it on Audible. It's actually read by Stephen Fry. Do you know him?
No.
You know him. When you see his face, you'll be like, oh, this guy. He's like a British comedian, actor, and all of the above.
Okay.
He's quite the celebrity. Anyway, so I've just finished reading/listening to the first Harry Potter book.
Really?
Yeah.
How long did it take?
So I listened to it over the week, like on the train, and I looked at it in hours, how long it is. It's 8 hours and 45 minutes.
Wow.
Yeah, but it didn't feel like that because I'm so engrossed in the book.
Yeah, that's actually not that bad.
And he reads it so well.
Yeah.
Yeah, he
And
reads
if you
it
think
so
if
well.
you actually read the book, it would definitely take more than 8 hours.
Yeah, because when I read the book, I'll read and I'll zone out and I'll be like, oh, wait, what
Oh, man,
happened? I'll go
exactly.
back. Like, I didn't really zone out listening to the book. Maybe once or twice, maybe when I was driving, I got distracted by, following the road rules. So I went back a minute or so.
Yeah.
And yeah, so I was, when it finished, because I actually finished it today, I was thinking, man, I'm so sad that this is over. But then I remembered, I've got 6 more books to listen to.
No, that's pretty solid. And that's exactly why I don't read. Because I zone out. Apart from the fact that I can't read, I zone out. I zone out and then I have to just go back, like a page and a half.
Yeah, and then you kind of have to search where you were.
Exactly.
And then you have to find the spot where you remember saying, oh, okay, I was concentrating at this bit and I must have zoned out here.
So true.
Because how I realize I zone out when I'm reading is I get to this bit and it's something hectic like, and then he got stabbed. And I'm like, whoa,
You're
what?
like, how did that happen?
Yeah, where did this enemy come from? So yeah, but I've seen all the movies plenty of times. I've got all the movies. Actually, speaking of movies, so you know how I buy my movies? I'm a big collector of Blu-rays,
Yes,
DVDs,
yes.
all the really good quality stuff, legitimate, no downloading. I'm a supporter of the film industry. You know that?
Yeah, because when you applied to be a pirate, you got knocked down. That's why. You got
But
rejected.
You know what annoys me? I'll put on the movie that I have legally purchased at the shop.
Yeah.
And what is the first thing that comes up?
An ad.
No, worse than an ad. It's one of those segments where it's like, don't steal movies, blah, blah, blah. I'm like, I just bought this. Why are you
Yeah.
showing me this?
But I think it's more like if one person buys it, then they copy it and give it to all their friends. And then
That's
you're
more
like,
of a hassle.
oh no, I shouldn't have done it. I should have just bought it.
But I've never, I'd still disagree. But recently it's been more of a, they have these segments where it's, thank you for buying this movie and supporting the industry, blah, blah, blah.
Yeah,
Which
that's-
I appreciate a bit more.
That's good.
But they're trying to send the same message.
But the pirated versions would be, some of them would be from the DVD. So that's why they have it.
Possibly, but usually they're just leaked or rip-offed or, yeah, sometimes DVD rips, but not the ones that are, released online before they're even released to the public.
Yeah, that's true.
Yeah, but, that's besides the point.
You know what? I've got an extreme sport for you.
Hit me up with an extreme
It's a pretty
sport.
good one.
Tell me.
So you know at night time when you're like really thirsty,
Yeah.
you grab your drink bottle from your side desk and it's empty. And
Yeah.
everyone in the house is sleeping.
Yeah,
So you go to the bathroom.
Yeah.
You don't turn the light on because everyone's sleeping.
yeah,
And you fill your drink bottle up and you try and get it right to the brim
yep.
without turning the light on, without spilling any.
That's pretty
you done that
extreme.
before?
That's an extreme sport. I've done it before, except I go to the kitchen.
Do you turn the light on?
No. Oh, look, it depends. See, the extreme sport for me in that sense is I'm in bed. I've woken up, or, I'm all comfy and I go to grab my bottle, but the bottle's empty. Now, the extreme sport for me is actually deciding whether to get up and refill it or not.
Yeah, so none of you guys would know. Actually, some might know. Gaurav loves his sleep. He can sleep anywhere. If he wakes up in the middle of the night, he'll go straight back to sleep.
I can go straight back to sleep.
It's ridiculous.
Actually, I was trying to teach Chris this skill in Sri Lanka. He just came up to me and he said, man, how can you just sleep anywhere, anytime, whenever you want? And I said, it's just 3 simple steps, Chris. Do you remember the steps?
Yes, I do.
So the first step is, you just gotta accept. You gotta accept the fact. It is what it is, and you're gonna fall asleep. Then you take 3 deep breaths, then you close your eyes, and at the same time you just think, it is what it is. I'm gonna fall asleep, and you'll fall asleep.
I did try that. I tried that heaps in Sri Lanka. Didn't work.
It definitely. You came up to me once and you said it worked.
Nah, it actually did work once. I'm trying to think of when it was. It was a very random place, but it did happen once.
Yeah, no. I'm glad you at least tried it.
Like, I mean, I can sleep places, like on the plane or possibly on a bus or something like that. But Gaurav can literally sleep anywhere. As you heard, he fell asleep on the register at work. That's what I'm talking about. It's ridiculous. If I wake up in the middle of the night, I'm up. If I wake up in the morning, let's say I got nothing on that day. I wake up at 8 a.m., check my phone. That's it. I can't get back to sleep.
Yeah, that's the worst. I can't imagine waking up in the middle of the night and thinking, I can't fall back to sleep.
But then again, it also gives you more time to listen to some NBA podcasts.
Or what I do is I'll wake up, I'll look at the time, my alarm goes off in 5 minutes. That's an extra 5 minutes of sleep I get. Straight back to sleep. I've got another extreme sport for you.
Okay, hit me up.
So, when you're on the train,
Yes.
and it's pretty full, it's pretty packed, maybe it's peak hour.
Yes.
So you don't have a seat, you're standing up, and you're holding onto the pole for support. And then you just decide to bravely let go.
Oy.
So you won't know where the train will take you. You might land on the guy next to you, you might fly through the window.
That is a
Both
good one.
things have happened to me.
Actually, the other night when we were at Phil Collins,
Yeah.
and you took the train home, but I took the train somewhere else?
Yeah.
Dude, literally, I was standing where the pole was.
Yeah.
Because the train was packed. Everyone was like going to some event. Everyone was going here, going there. So the train was packed. And this lady just goes, oh, excuse me, can I just, and I'm like, yeah. And she literally just stands in between me and the pole and grabs the pole. And then I'm like, okay, where do I go? So, lucky I'm tall, I just put my hand on the roof. I
have had to put a fingertip on the roof before as well, because I'm not as tall as Chris, as you guys might have seen when you follow our Instagram. But that's just how it is. Yeah, you have to make do sometimes.
As Gaurav says, you gotta be careful.
It is what it is, and you have to accept the fact. So, when you were young, did you ever play with Tarzos?
Oh, loved them.
Tarzos?
Absolutely loved them.
Marbles.
I used to buy a packet of chips with my birthday money, packets of chips, just so I could get the Tarzos.
Tarzos, and they were always Dragon Ball Z Tarzos.
Yeah.
What about marbles?
How good was the show? Yeah.
We've already discussed this. Marbles.
Marbles.
Played
yeah,
with marbles.
100%.
Marbles was another epic trend in our childhood. If you had one of those really big marbles, you were top dog in the school.
Yeah, but I'm just trying to think back to marbles. What was the point of them?
Dude, what was the point
They were
of
just
Tarzos?
glass balls.
They were just plastic things.
Yeah, it's so strange, isn't it?
Yu-Gi-Oh cards.
Yeah, ish.
You didn't get into it much.
Ish.
I was quite into it. I once got one of those fake packs where there's an extra 0 on both the attack and defense.
Oh my gosh.
But I didn't know that.
I'm not surprised. This guy hacks in every game. Never verse him in an online game.
No, but I found out it was fake when I actually played someone and they were like, dude, these are fake.
Yeah.
So those are some pretty epic childhood trends. But I just want to ask, do you have a favorite recent trend? And by recent can be anywhere from the last, 5 years till now.
Yeah. I got a good one. Very good one.
Tell me.
One that I have embraced and also spread to the nation.
Oh my God. I know this one. I'm actually annoyed that Chris is embraces. It's the source of half my jokes to him. It's the source of maybe nearly all of my insults to you.
And I've got to add that I have definitely kept it going in the nation.
In the nation?
Yeah.
How did the nation come into this? This is just you. But I'm pretty sure I know what you're talking about.
Do you want a 3, 2, 1 it?
Let's 3, 2, 1 it.
You definitely know it.
I definitely know it.
All right, let's give it a crack.
3, 2,
2,
1.
1.
Man bun. We've still got it.
him.
Actually, you know what? Someone asked us the other day, so in your 3, 2, 1s, do you practice? And I'm like, no, that's why we get it wrong sometimes.
Yeah, literally. There would be no point coming on a podcast and planning what we're going to say.
Well, something like that at least.
I mean, we might say, oh, let's talk about this topic. Yeah, sweet. But we would never, ever lie to you guys like that.
We're not going to lie to you. It's legitimate. Just majority of the time, our minds are on the same level.
Exactly.
That's
the bromance that's kept us going
exactly
for the last
11 years. I calculated this.
Really?
Yeah. I don't know why I was thinking of
Year 9. How old were we in year 9?
It's not about the age, it's about the year. So it's 2019.
11. Yeah, you're right.
11 years.
11 years.
So that's just one thing that Chris has embraced. But he's embraced a few other ones as well. Other trends, I mean. And I've embraced probably more than him. Even though it does take... It's a bit like the pop culture words. It generally starts off where you just kind of hate it a bit. But then later on you're like, I understand. Yeah.
But to justify the man bun as well, I have a legitimate bun.
Yeah,
because
he doesn't...
all my hair is grown out, not just the top part.
He doesn't just have those top knots. The top knots was pretty trendy.
But that was where all the jokes were.
Yeah.
The real, zookeeper look, which is what I have, that's the one that is that's
It's one of the only reasons he got it. He just wanted to look like a zookeeper. A National Geographic photographer,
exactly right.
that National Geographic animal raiser, that sort of look he wanted.
Hashtag Coombs photos on Instagram. You'll see exactly what I'm talking about. But I do get, if you compare the two hairstyles,
yeah,
I got to say, girls do tell me, I hear them say behind my back, what a man. I hear that. I swear.
No one talks like that. No one in this universe talks like that. No one says those words.
You obviously haven't watched Married at First Sight.
Don't know why. That's your defense. I'll tell you something I did used to hate. So, do you remember drop crotch cuffed chino pants?
Yes.
Yeah.
Not stretchy, yeah?
No, they're like a little bit stretchy.
Oh, okay.
But they're cuffed. They're cuffed around your ankles.
Oh, yeah.
And it's a low crotch.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I never hated them, but I was like, man, I don't know if I'd ever wear it. I don't think it would suit me.
Yeah.
But then, a bunch of my friends started getting them, and they would tell me, these are so comfy. I'm so free. I feel like I can run. So I was like, I'll give it a shot. And there was this sale one time at the shop. It was 2 for $40 or 2 for $1, something like that. So I bought 2, and it was a life-changing experience.
I gotta say, you do wear chinos almost every day, don't you?
Yeah, almost, yeah.
Yeah.
It's comfy. You actually got them before me.
Is the crotch actually stretchy though?
The crotch, it's not so much being stretchy. It's more so, it's not a full tight fit kind of thing. The crotch is stitched lower than the crotch is actually on the human body.
But that's okay. But there's nothing worse than you try and move your legs or spread your legs a bit and it's tight.
It parachutes out, that kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know what you mean. But you got them before I got them. And then you were one of the convincing, you were kind of the cherry on top when you were saying, dude, these are really good. So
they were pretty good. But I used to wear the tracky ones a fair bit.
Yeah, you did.
I used to wear them in high school.
Yeah, you did.
When you're in high school, you're supposed to wear black dress shoes and your black slacks. Man, I used to wear black trackies and chucks.
And chucks?
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Volleys.
Nah.
Volleys were quite trendy back in the day.
Oh yeah, but my feet are big. I had size 11 volleys and they were disgusting.
Yeah. Chris's feet are still big and he still has size 12 shoes or something like that?
No, 10 and a half.
You know what was a really cool trend I liked? And I'd never disliked it. So the first time I saw it, it was probably early high school. Those drawstring bags.
Oh my
Yeah.
gosh, this guy has drawstring bags forever.
No, I've got like two really good ones. So I would see them and be like, this is a really cool thing. Like, you can carry your valuables. It's not super big. You can fold the bag and put it in your pocket. Anyway, a few years later, I ended up getting one, and it's really good to travel around with. Yeah.
Actually, we remember when you surprised me with the lion drawstring bag?
Yes,
in Spain.
Because Chris loves that sort of that. What sort of style is that? It's that reggae style.
Yeah.
It's that reggae style painted lion.
Yeah.
I think that sort of Jamaican culture inspired, and he loves that stuff because he's a big fan of Bob Marley and whatnot. And I saw that, and I wasn't with Chris. I was like, I'll get him this bag and I'll surprise him. And then it's even in one of your videos, isn't it?
Yeah, it was in. Where was it?
It was in Madrid.
Was it in Sevilla?
No, 100% Madrid.
Madrid.
100% Madrid. Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, that's right. It was in Madrid. Yeah. Now I
Surprised
remember.
you with the bag.
Yeah,
and then
because you gave Andrew the camera and he filmed the whole you giving it to me and everything. Yeah. So guys, check out my Madrid video. You'll see what we're talking about.
You'll see the surprise. It's quite cute. There's something that I got around to late, but I disliked it at the start. You still hate it.
Okay.
But you were this close to changing your mind.
Is it clothing related?
Yeah. Do you know what it is?
Yeah.
Do you reckon we can 3, 2, 1 it?
Yeah, I reckon.
All right, let's go. Ready?
3,
2,
2,
1. Slides. Yes.
Knew it. Absolutely knew it.
So I got around to these in the Philippines, so it was still this year.
Yeah. Well, last year.
Yeah.
Where?
2018. Yeah. I keep
Yeah.
forgetting it's 2019.
I know. Time goes by when you're having fun. Remember that video? That was a good video.
All right. Tell me about your
Inside
slide.
joke, inside
Tell me
joke.
about your love for slides.
So, the thing with slides is, I just think it's a disgusting look. I don't like... See, this is where a lot of people are going to disagree. I don't like the whole thongs look and slides look, but what I don't mind is when you're, let's say, a basketball player and, you wear slides to your game and wear them back, but you got socks on. I don't actually mind that look.
You love socks.
I think socks and slides is a cool look because
Yeah.
it's just simple. You slip them on, slip them out.
Yeah.
Because I don't know, I just don't like the whole bare feet look. I just
See, I love thongs. Or flip-flops in other countries. In Australia,
Yeah.
we call flip-flops thongs with an S. Not the...
not a G-string, guys.
Yeah, exactly. So, I'm a big fan of that. Especially in hot weather. And especially when you're lazy. Because first, can't be bothered finding socks. Second, it's so easy. You just slip them on and leave. But obviously, when I'm going to...
I agree with your argument. I agree with your argument.
Yeah.
But I don't like the whole thong look. And then and then slides with bare feet. I just...
You got to get nice looking ones so that even though you're pretty much bare...
It doesn't matter what they... It's not a good look.
It's a
I gotta
great...
say.
Especially in the summer, just trim your leg hair...
Like,
Pop on
if
some
you're on the
thongs.
beach on holidays, whatever, no one cares. It's just, live free, this and that.
Yeah.
Live freely. But I can't get with it. When we were in Sri Lanka, I almost conformed. I almost did. But it was just the fact that it was so hot and I was sick of changing shoes and thongs all the time. Because we're going to the beach like twice a day.
Yeah, we pretty much
Literally
lived
twice
on the
a day.
beach.
Anyway, I rock up and to one of these shops with Gaurav. And I'm looking at these slides and I'm like, they're not too bad. They're not too bad.
He actually tried it on, and that's when his
tried
life
it on.
changed.
But it wasn't, they didn't have my size in the one I wanted. So I tried the other one on, the alternative. And I was like, nah, can't do it. Cannot do it.
But that wasn't because of the size. That was because the style was really bad.
Exactly.
Yeah.
But then again, it's just a bad look, man.
But how comfy was it?
Yeah, it was okay.
You
Better
gotta
than thongs.
When you wear super comfy foam-filled ones, you'll understand.
Look, better than thongs. I think thongs are uncomfortable anyway.
Yeah.
But, yeah, I couldn't do it. I would get some just to make it easier for, like, basketball.
Yeah.
Just wearing, you can easily slip them on, slip them off, whatever.
There and back.
But I have shoes that I can slip on and slip off.
Yeah, you are a big fan of socks. And
Socks and shoes. Comfortable. Looks good. That's it.
Have you ever done socks and thongs?
Socks and thongs. Just,
You can't
come
do
on,
it.
man. Doesn't work.
I've never done that. I'd prefer if I'm wearing socks, I'll just wear shoes.
I'm not a 50-year-old dad with a beer gut. Come on, man.
Yeah, that's true. That's very true. All right, this one I don't know if you've come around to. I'm surprised that I came around to it as well, but I have a specific reason for it.
All right. I'm keen for this.
At first, I was like, I don't think I would ever get one, but the convenience was next level.
The convenience. I'm really trying to guess what it is.
Do you want to try 3, 2, 1?
Convenience is next level. Nah,
Nah,
I don't
I'm
know.
just going to tell you this one. It was a life changer, especially for travel. Bum bags.
Oh,
Bum bags or fanny packs. Our worldwide listeners, just so they know what we're talking about. Look, when I was traveling, one of my friends, Danny, he had the bum bag, but he's wearing it like around his chest, diagonally, and I would just see him take out his sunnies, take out his wallet, take out whatever he needed, whenever he needed it. His pockets were empty. And then the thought of having my pockets empty and not having to worry about it, not having to worry if it's been stolen or lost, but I know that it's in my bum bag, which is on my chest, was like, it was such a satisfying feeling. Then I bought one. It took me so long to find one, actually. I had to go to every shop in the market, but I found one, and it was a game changer.
yeah. You did explain that to me, actually.
Remember when I
we
showed
were-
you? I showed you every pocket.
We were in transit, I think.
No, it was just before we were about to leave Melbourne.
Oh, in Melbourne
Yeah,
Airport.
yeah.
Yeah, it was in Melbourne Airport.
Yeah.
Actually, it's at the end of my most recent video.
Oh,
So I,
yeah, it is.
I
too.
actually just uploaded my first video in Sri Lanka from Unawatana.
Well, no, what? Yeah.
Unawatana. And right at the end, it's the segment of Gaurav explaining why the bum bag's so good.
And it's life changing. That wallet pouch, my God, that was a dream come true.
I do like the idea, but someone could easily just come past and unclick.
But then someone could easily just come past and stick your hand in your pants
Nah,
and
if you
take
got
your
tight
wallet.
pockets, because I always wear tight pockets when I'm traveling.
But sometimes
Always.
there's just no option. All my shorts ripped on that trip. Lucky I brought the bum bag.
How many shorts did you rip? 3?
So one I ripped when I was trying to climb the coconut tree. The second one, I don't know how it ripped. And the third one, it just wore out and ripped.
Wow, so you actually did rip 3
I
shorts.
100% ripped 3 shorts.
In one trip.
In one trip, yeah.
That is insane.
Now this next one, I don't know if it's a super trendy thing, but it definitely came into fashion quite recently. Well, for me especially. I'm actually wearing one right now. Dad hats.
Yeah.
Yeah, they're quite
Why
recent.
are they called dad hats?
So I think it's the style. So what it is it's one of those low profile hats. So when you wear it, it looks like it's too small for your head, but then it's a very casual fit, and it's got a very short visor. Not very short, but it's got a shorter visor than a baseball cap.
Yeah.
And it's a little bit more relaxed.
Yeah.
So yeah, I was never a hat wearer at first anyway, but
I
things
was
change.
never really a hat wearer either. But I actually started wearing the dad hats, I know exactly when it was. October last year.
What? How do you know
Because
that?
I remember, because I bought one, which is the one I'm wearing right now.
Yeah.
This grey one.
Yeah.
Then, when I went to Italy in mid-October,
Yeah.
I bought like 3 more.
Well done.
That's how I remember when I started.
That's fair enough. Actually, I think my love for hats started while I was traveling too. So
yeah.
it's
They are
maybe
good.
maybe it's like a sentimental thing,
Yeah, very true.
and I've got nothing against that.
Yeah, and then after I bought my 3 in Italy, I was done. I don't need to buy any more.
Yeah, I'm
I'm
happy
set.
with the 3 or 4 hats that I've got.
Yeah.
But I've got a bucket hat too, which I would say are also quite a recent kind of trend. Yeah.
On and off. It's not really that popular.
I wouldn't. Okay, maybe not trendy, but it's come back. It's made a comeback since the 90s,
Yeah.
which is I've got nothing wrong with bringing things back.
No arguments with bringing things back. Not a problem. You have your own life, Gaurav. You can
Exactly.
do what you enjoy.
Yeah, big fan of bringing things back.
But you know what's a massive... it's not necessarily a trend, but I would say like different ways of getting music.
Oh,
Because
yes.
It all started with LimeWire.
LimeWire was
That
That was amazing.
Back in the day.
I'm not saying I used it.
Not saying I used it either. I
But-
heard a lot of people use it to
yeah.
download their music.
Yeah.
Because the only other way was to buy a CD.
And I think back then, it wasn't really, maybe not early on at least, it wasn't that public knowledge that what you're doing is actually illegal.
Yeah, very
It was just
true.
like, look at this cool new program where you can download music.
Yeah.
And yeah.
It's a wonder how they actually got that music onto LimeWire.
Well, it's kind of like it's they call it a music sharing thing. So if I've got all these tracks that I've taken off a CD and I've got LimeWire, my sharing's turned on. Now other people can download this.
Right.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah. I think that's how most of these downloading things work now these
Yeah.
days.
Very
Yeah.
true. And then from there, they kind of shut down LimeWire, and there was all
There was a few different. I remember using or hearing about FrostWire.
Yeah.
Did you use that?
Yeah.
It was like a blue LimeWire.
It was just when LimeWire died, they were like, "Oh, let's make FrostWire. No one will suspect a thing."
Oh man.
And then it went to people like downloading off YouTube.
Yeah, YouTube downloader.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was a game changer too.
Yeah.
Where you'd copy the link in and then you download it. But you know what was the worst thing about that? Putting in your ID3 tags and ID2 tags.
Oh, the worst.
Because otherwise it would just be this long name with no artist name and no album name and no
so then
year.
you'd have to rename it, name the artist.
And if you didn't know, you'd have to research and you do all this stuff for one song.
The worst. And then from there, it pretty much went to all the different streaming.
Yeah.
I mean, Spotify.
I'm a
It's the biggest
Spotify
one.
premium user.
Yeah, same here.
Spotify was actually a life changer.
Yeah.
I remember when everyone was telling me to get Spotify, I said, nah, I'm not going to pay extra money. Because I was happy just, streaming off YouTube every now and then and just listening to the whole library of songs I already had. But when I did get Spotify, when that whole family account thing came out, I was in love. And
Yeah.
I've never turned
It
back
saves
once.
so much time, doesn't it?
Time.
I used to spend so much time trying to organize music,
Yeah,
and
yeah.
it was ridiculous.
It's so true. And everything's just done for you. The pre-done playlist.
yeah.
Oh, well
So
done,
good.
Spotify. Do you know what else is on Spotify? The So Far So Good podcast.
I've heard that as well.
Yeah, good.
You know what? I'm actually listening to it right now.
Right now? My God, this is podception. No, guys, hit us up on Spotify or whatever podcast app you listen to.
So good. Do you know what's also another funny one
Yes.
regarding also technology?
Yeah.
Would be like the whole different ways of getting yourself known on social media.
Okay, so like Insta models and whatnot?
Well, it all started with, I personally think it all started with Vine.
Oh,
The
yeah.
whole just 7-second videos kind of thing.
Vine was very trendy. Even just being on Vine was quite trendy.
Yeah.
Like, hey, you on Vine? Yeah.
But people had up to millions of followers and stuff.
Yeah, a lot of people did get famous just starting from Vine that are still famous.
Yeah, and then
Like-
they obviously moved on to other things. But what actually happened to Vine? Do you know why it shut down or anything?
I don't know why it shut down. I just know it did shut down. Because,
So weird, because they had so many users.
yeah. So, Logan Paul and Jake Paul?
Yeah.
Yeah, they got famous from Vine.
Yeah, I know.
Yeah, that's amazing.
And then they just moved on to YouTube.
Moved on to
and
YouTube.
went from there.
Dude, maybe it just died. Maybe Vine just died.
People just stopped using
Stop
it.
using it. Like, for example, how crazy was Snapchat stories? Snapchat in general. And now it seems like Instagram's almost taken over.
To be honest, it seems like Instagram is taking over all social medias,
Yeah.
even Facebook. Because if you think about people trying to share photos or promote their podcast, you kind of don't really use Facebook anymore.
Yeah,
It's all about Instagram. You post a photo and then you link to what you're trying to promote.
even messaging. Instagram messaging became so much bigger than what it started off to be.
Yeah,
Now people actually have constant conversations on Instagram messaging,
yeah.
which is fine. It's really handy having everything in the one app. So I understand. Facebook's lucky that they own both companies, almost all of them.
Yeah, they bought out Instagram, yeah?
Yeah, a long time ago.
Yeah, wow.
Instagram and WhatsApp as well.
But it really does seem like Instagram is pretty much taking over.
It does seem like it. So let's see what happens to Snapchat.
But do you remember when Facebook first started and it was all about status updates?
Yeah. Yeah, Facebook had so many trends within Facebook. So do you remember all those funny pages?
Yeah.
So it was just page names. And it was just things like, going to class late because you can whatever, and you'd
Yeah.
like the page.
Yeah, so true.
Then
And
it went on to, well, now I'd probably say it's still memes right now.
Yeah.
Memes has lasted a long time.
It actually did go like just before memes. I think it was before memes. Yeah. 7-second videos were on Facebook.
Yeah, you're right.
So it was like, I think maybe around the time Vine shut down, the 7-second videos were like all massive on Facebook.
Yeah, it was like every time you scroll, there'd just be like
Yeah.
a bunch of them just auto playing.
And it's kind of the same as Instagram, because Instagram used to have only, I think it was 15-second maximum video. But now when you post a video, it's a minute.
A minute or a bit?
Minute,
Can you have more than a minute?
Nah, it's just a minute.
Yeah, yeah.
But now you can post multiple. So you
Yeah.
can do like swipe to continue the video.
Oh, that's right. That's right.
So I'm pretty sure it went status updates, then short videos, then memes, and it's pretty much just stayed at memes.
Yeah, there's nothing wrong with memes. You get the occasional really long video
Yeah.
or informative video kind of thing.
And you know when you notice these things happen? Like when I noticed it started from statuses and then it went to videos, I was always thinking like, surely nothing else will come. Like what else is next?
So
and then memes come out.
true. That's
and
so
now
true.
we're thinking now like, oh, everything's been done. But something will come.
Something will come. I remember having this conversation with you specifically a few years ago, and we were just listing.
Years ago.
Yeah, a few years
This
ago.
guy thinks he has the best memory ever. Legit.
We were just listing all the same things, so statuses and this and this and this. But even then, the latest thing was memes. So
Yeah.
they've held strong.
Memes have held strong.
I think it's because there's so many options, so it'll be hard to drain it all out.
Yeah, definitely. And yeah, from Vine, I think a lot of people moved over to YouTube. I mean, they're still doing YouTube at the same time.
Yeah.
But I think Vine was just easy because it was just, record a 7-second video, upload, done.
Yeah.
YouTube's a bit more of a process.
That's true.
But
You know what I think? What trendy thing happened huge on YouTube? Every single dance trend.
yeah,
Like Dougie,
so true.
jerking, the Running Man.
Yeah.
At night, I think of you.
Oh, that was a good one.
There's so many more. Hit the Quan. There's so many. What's the current one? Flossing.
Yeah, you got flossing, you got the...
The shoop. Is it shoop or shoe?
I don't know.
It's something like
You
that.
got a few. And then you've got the hype, the one with the swinging your arm up top and bottom. Kicking
Oh,
your
is that
knee.
what it's called? That's what
The
I'm thinking
hype.
of. The hype. Okay, that's the
Hype,
hype.
yeah.
Okay, yeah.
That's a good one. That's actually really hard to do.
Yeah,
To make it look good.
but yeah, to make it look good, you got to be in mad synchronization.
Yeah.
The floss I got pretty quickly,
Yeah.
but those are the only two I really tried
the
to
floss you have to like think about. It's not
Yeah.
like it just flows. Like you got to actually think. Okay, this way, this way. It's like
do. Yeah, it's a
really
process.
hard to get it.
It's a process like using YouTube.
Yeah. But YouTube's a bit more of a process.
Yeah,
You got to make the thumbnail, you got to upload all this and that. Hashtag Christopher Coombs on YouTube. But then when live streaming, which I don't
yeah.
think that's really taken off that much, to be honest.
I think it's been used okay. I agree. It hasn't been overused.
And you know why I don't think live streaming will actually take off?
Why is that?
Because people are busy in this generation. Everyone's busy.
Yeah.
So they can't all be listening at the one time.
And just like tune in when you're saying you're going
Yeah,
live.
exactly.
I think
so the way
yeah.
YouTube works with the live streaming is actually really good because they live stream and then whoever listens, whatever, and then I think it automatically like uploads on the page. So
Yeah.
then people can watch it later.
Yeah.
But then it kind of defeats the point of the whole live stream. But I
yeah.
guess if some people are watching and they ask questions and stuff, then
And then,
you know,
yeah, exactly
it
right.
works.
And Facebook does the same thing. It saves a video and uploads it, but you have the choice. I
Yeah.
don't know if Instagram does.
Yeah, it'd probably be the same, I presume.
I've seen it work well when it's a high sort of influencer and they say, tune in at this time. And
Yeah, and then ask me questions.
Ask me questions,
yeah,
exactly,
which is
yeah.
fine.
That stuff I think it's pretty cool for. I'm a fan of that.
Yeah, it is pretty cool. But you'll never get like, a mass amount of people listening at when you're actually live.
Yeah.
Because people are just busy these days. They'll
Yeah.
only watch it, when they get a chance.
Unless you're like super famous or something, but the everyday
Mm.
person, I'd say, I don't know, but you do you.
Yeah, you do you, man. You have your own life. Do what you want.
Chris has gone so motivational today. But last episode, everything was epic. This episode, everything's life changing.
You know what, though? Like, you have one life.
Yeah, I know that.
So do what you want. Be the best you can be.
Man,
It's all you can do with your life, man.
I feel so motivated.
So far, so good.
Well done. Well
That's
done.
it.
Keep the motivation going.
But I honestly do reckon Instagram is taking over all social media platforms.
Yeah. I feel like it's more than slowly now. It's pretty rapid. So,
And they tried sort of taking over YouTube with uploading videos. Don't think it's really
they started that
worked.
Instagram TV.
Yeah, is it?
Yeah.
I think it's called that.
Something like
Hasn't
that.
really taken off. I find it because I follow a few photographers and stuff, and who make videos, and yeah, I haven't really found it. Yeah, it's IGTV, I think it was.
I understand what they're trying to do. Just make it the all one platform for everything, and it's a great idea. But it's hard when you have such a big competition.
Exactly right.
You know what? I'm pretty sure Snapchat messed up themselves a couple of times, which made them ruin their reputation. Did you hear about that?
Do you mean with updates or?
No, so you know how Snapchat posts their own sort of stories or news or whatever?
Yeah.
And there's big companies that post through registered Snapchat stuff?
Yep.
Anyway, there was some article about something about making fun of the Chris Brown Rihanna situation.
Really?
And then they got a lot of backlash from that. And then
Wow.
one of the Jenners or, Kardashians said something bad about Snapchat, and that actually caused a lot of people to stop using it. Like, it just shows you how influential these influencers can get.
Oh, they seriously are.
Yeah.
But these top Instagrammers, they get paid like up to like $500,000 just to post a photo with their product.
Yeah, I've heard about that. Yeah.
It's insane.
So, it's ridiculous. But it's probably super beneficial for the company itself. For an impulse buy sort of product, for example, a water bottle. Trying to sell a water bottle. Imagine getting one of these super high Instagram influencers on there. Well, you're probably $500,000 out of pocket.
Yeah.
But you'll most likely sell a ton. So
very true.
it's hit and miss, but man, influencers,
I think if you pick the right person,
yeah.
like if you're some sort of makeup brand and you get one of the Kardashians to post it, I
Yeah.
think that'll work.
100%.
But if you're not using the right person,
Yeah.
then
But there's so many influencers these days as well. It's
so many.
It's like a new career path now.
Yeah, it really
which
is.
It's fine, get with the times. Times change.
Yeah.
But it's ridiculous the amount of money that they can make.
It's insane.
And it depends as well what sort of influencer you are as well. There's people that have their whole entire lives on Facebook. Sorry, Facebook or Instagram, wherever you influence on. And it's sometimes scary, stalkers wise, Yeah.
Crazy to think that you can actually make a living off being an Instagrammer, as
Yeah.
they say.
Yeah, exactly. Yeah, they've changed the game.
You know another good trend? Cryptocurrency.
Oh, yes.
It's like, I don't know if you call it a trend.
Yeah.
It's more of
look,
a...
I'd say it's a trend because technically a trend's just something that is, rising up in popularity.
Yeah, okay.
Yeah.
Yeah,
It's
cool.
pretty much a trend.
If that's the description, then yes, it's a trend.
I'm sure in the description. I didn't go on dictionary.com, but that's
Yeah.
just, in my knowledge, that's what I'm putting it forward as.
I think it's very interesting, but I think it's something that it's hard to really understand
Yeah.
how it actually works.
I agree.
It's almost like it's not real.
Especially
I don't know,
now
that's-
because when it started, there was just one or two, Bitcoin was obviously the main one.
Yeah.
And obviously when it started, it was there was so many skeptics. But then as soon as it's starting showing real results, and then everyone was jumping on it, it almost, I don't know, for me, I was like, I feel like I'm too late. I can't get onto it now. I don't know if this will work for me.
And that's the thing is, Bitcoin itself peaked up to about, I think, $27,000
Yeah,
per
it was
coin.
ridiculous,
I
yeah.
think that was about end of 2017.
Yeah.
And as of like today, it's roughly 5,000.
Yeah.
So it peaked up real quick and it dropped real quick.
Yeah.
But the thing is, you never know if it's going to go back up again.
Exactly.
Which, I mean, it could, but
Yeah.
it's really hit and miss. And I think the fact that it's not like a real physical product is what people are quite skeptic about. Like it's easier to chuck shares in a business or something.
Yeah.
Because, you can see the business, you see the product, you know what it's all about.
Yeah.
Whereas, I don't know, I feel like with cryptocurrency, it's like you're really just taking a swing.
That's true, but then that's also the whole point of cryptocurrency.
Yeah.
It's not a tangible object,
Yeah.
but it's got value. Like now there's value on it. So look, everything's a risk these days.
It is. And you know what? You've got to risk it to get the biscuit.
Damn right. That's Chris's motivational speech around 12.
It's continuing.
But yeah, I never got onto the cryptocurrency game. I think it's. I don't think I'll end up getting onto it. There's too much going on about it now.
Dude, there's like 10 million coins now.
There's so many. We'll have to. Maybe we'll get a cryptocurrency expert in one day. We'll do a whole episode on it.
Yeah, that could work.
Could be good.
To give us some insights so we actually know what's going on.
And then we may or may not publish it, depending on if it's good info. We'll just use it for ourselves.
See if it's legit. Maybe we won't let you guys know.
We'll share. Sharing is caring.
Unless we make a coin, then all our listeners buy the coin.
They're so far so good.
And that
coins.
boosts us.
Nah, it's already been done by podcasters. Hamish and Andy did that.
Did they?
They really did.
They made a coin.
It's called the H&A coin.
Oh, that's
Yeah.
cool.
And they just made up a funny rule. They said one H&A coin equals one Bitcoin. So if a Bitcoin's worth however much, then an H&A coin is worth that much.
That's hilarious.
Good on them. Love those two.
Good stuff.
Yeah.
You know what? I'm going to finish off with an absolute banger.
Banger of a trend.
Banger of a trend. The cafe culture.
Ah.
It's become such a big thing in, I would say, the last 3 years.
Especially those hipster style cafes, right?
Exactly.
Yeah.
Because this is what I got as a bit of a gist. If you compare like the Australian coffee culture, cafe coffee, kind of similar, what I'm trying to get at.
Yeah.
If you compare that to the American one, it's completely different.
Okay.
Because in America, they rock up to Starbucks, they buy a coffee. It's kind of like fast food kind of coffee.
Okay.
So like you go, you buy your coffee, you drink your coffee and you go to work. It's kind of like just to get the caffeine for the energy.
Okay,
It's like a quick hit.
Yeah.
Whereas I feel like in Australia, we're drinking coffee because we genuinely enjoy it. And it's a way to, give us a break from our daily lives and a bit of like socialization as well. Which is why the cafes and the like hipster style, all the different styles of cafes, I reckon that's why they're so big in Australia, especially in Melbourne.
Well, Melbourne is known for its coffee. So have you been to America?
Nah. But I know, just
he's just
No.
making it up.
just from chatting to people and just like how actually no, because I watched a video on Starbucks. I watched a documentary on Starbucks.
Okay, yeah, fair
and that's
enough.
what gave me that big thing. And that's why, because they tried Starbucks in different countries and it wasn't the same. They didn't get the same results as they did in America. That's why there was such a big difference in the cultures.
I understand what you're saying.
Yeah, so with the Starbucks restaurants or are they restaurants?
Yeah,
Cafes.
cafes.
Whatever. Starbucks cafes in Australia.
Yeah.
They've tried to like give them a funky vibe, and they're trying to veer away from the whole like, fast food, come get your coffee, go.
Yeah.
Just get a quick hit.
Yeah.
Because that's not what we're into in Australia.
Yeah, that's so true, because even I see it more of a social thing. Like I'll go out and get in a coffee with the, friends or work peeps, and I'll just go for the sake of going.
Yeah.
I don't really care about the coffee.
For the meetup and the socialization.
Yeah. But even the coffee culture itself, it's huge. There's so many people that are so well knowledgeable, on their coffee.
Yeah.
And there's specific, like I know that's obviously worldwide, but they take their coffee seriously here.
Yeah.
It's interesting.
They do.
Yeah.
They take it pretty serious in Italy as well. Because when I was in Italy,
imagine.
I was chatting to a lady who runs like a really like popular boutique hotel.
Yeah.
And she drinks like espressos.
Yeah.
So it's just like a shot with a bit of milk.
Oh, no, yeah.
So she just like shots.
No, there's no milk in espressos.
Is there?
Yeah, I moved on to espressos as well.
Really?
I take double espresso shots. I'll tell you why. I just can't be bothered drinking so much drink.
Yeah, but I like having the drink,
Nah, see, I just...
continue drinking.
But
because I like the taste.
When you start having espressos, then you start realizing what good coffee tastes like.
Yeah, but then you only get a little bit. You don't get to continue.
That's what I'm happy with. That I'm happy with. Sweet, one sip. I'm
Oh,
done.
so you like the American style? You just want to get your hit.
Because I don't even know if. Look, I do feel when I started doing espressos and really strong coffees, I started feeling the pump. But I'm not having it for the pump. I'm just having it because, I'll go for the coffee for the social purposes, but I don't want to get a whole coffee to drink. So, okay, I'll get this tiny little shot.
Yeah, fair. So this lady in Italy, she runs a hotel and she's working 12, 14 hours a day.
Yeah.
Crazy schedule over there. And she explained her whole day to me, and she has between 8 to 10 espressos a day to keep her going.
Whoa.
And she does it for just the hit, just to give me that pump to keep working.
Yeah.
And I guess a bit of a break from work, just enjoy my coffee and go.
Yeah.
But it's just an espresso, it's just a quick hit. Wow. Whereas, I feel it's not everyone in Australia. I'm just giving a bit of a generalization.
Yeah.
But I feel like in Australia, it's all about getting your cup of coffee and sipping it and having the whole thing and just really enjoying it.
Yeah. No, fair enough.
But that's what I do as well, because I enjoy the taste. I never used to drink it until about probably 4 years ago.
Oh, wow.
Yeah.
I used to drink it very rarely, but,
Yeah. I used to not drink it at all, because I used to not really have hot drinks, to be honest.
Yeah, see, even now, even though I drink it often, I'm never like, oh man, I need a coffee.
Yeah. I'm not I need one, but I'm kind of just wouldn't mind having one.
Yeah, exactly.
Especially if it's a cold day and it just warms you up. Not even the fact to wake you up, but just the warmth of it.
The warmth, yeah.
But I have it boiling hot. I want it to burn my mouth and burn my chest because I like the feeling when it goes down the chest.
Fair call.
Such a good feeling. But yeah, love my coffee.
Now, apart from finishing coffees, we've also finished the episode for today. So, hope you guys enjoyed listening to us and some of the trends we hope you related to.
Yeah, so hit us up on So Far So Good Podcast on Instagram. We've got some awesome photos coming out and already released, especially our photo in our Indian costumes. Hey?
Oh yeah, that was a big hit. A lot of people
So
like
good.
that on our story.
Absolutely loved it. But yeah, once again, thank you guys so much for watching listening.
He did again. I was just about to correct him.
Every time I make a video, I'm like, thank you guys so much for watching. But then when I'm in the podcast, I'm like, I need to say listening. Anyway, thank you guys so much for listening to the So Far So Good podcast.
We hope you tune in next time as well. Laters.